What's going on, everyone? Scott here. Welcome back to the channel, back to talk about another episode of Survivor. So let's just jump right in. We check back in with the Purple Tribe after Raiden's medevac last week, and Purple believes this might be a turning point for them in the game. Banu opens up to Tiffany and Q that he told the other people on the journey that Kenzie is the mastermind and that Tiff and Q are close. Asks, is that a problem? Yeah, I think that might be a problem and put a target on everyone's back. Seems like maybe too much of a liability for Q to try and get Kenzie out like they were talking about last episode. Banu still doesn't understand and asks Q, did I do something wrong? And it seems like they were going to get Kenzie, like from the talks, like even Tiff was, the way that she was talking, it seems like they were really going to get Kenzie out. Because of the threat level that she is, but because of everything that Banu said, kind of messed up their whole plan. Given the vibes for everything, I kind of smelt a swap coming, but we don't get it, and all the tribes get tree mail, and everyone is excited about the fact that it says something about being nourished and, you know, finally having a food reward. Maria finds the Beware advantage with the group that Jem had already found last episode, I believe, and she actually re-hit it to try to put the scent off of her trail. She opens it up with the group and they start digging, digging below the tree where you're supposed to try to find the box, but Jem ended up moving the box as well. Charlie says that what if someone found it and put it on another tree? Ding ding, might be on, but they might be onto something, but they don't, as of right now, have any suspicion that it could be Jem that has found it and re-hit it. Reward challenge, the winners get fish. The first tribe to finish gets a larger portion of fish, second tribe, smaller portion of fish. Purple says amongst themselves that if they do win it, they'd have to trade it. Obviously, they still don't have flint. They don't have anything, really. Maria from the green tribe struggled a little bit getting the ring over the pole. You had to, slide the ring up the pole. Struggled a little bit, kind of put them behind the 8-ball, but Yanu, the purple tribe, finally wins something. It's only a reward challenge, though, but it's a win for them. Yellow wins the reward as well. Purple ends up trading their fish reward for the large toolkit, and Tarp won a couple challenges ago. Back at the yellow tribe, Liz is allergic to all the fruits they have at camp, so she really needs the fish. Haven't really been able to eat anything. Well, no one's really been able to eat anything, but Tevin ends up cleaning the fish. He used to go fishing with his dad and unfortunately never got to go fishing one last time with him before he passed not too long ago. Cool that he was able to use something that his dad taught him to contribute something for the tribe and get to tell that story to all of us. Purple gets back to the tarp and tools and start going to work, put the tarp on the shelter and, sets everything up and kind of just wants to relax for a little bit. Q tries to help and fix Banu's social and strategic game, teaching him how to talk at tribal and to other people. And I've really never seen anything like this before. Like, he's really like his coach getting on him like, hey, say this. Like, we've seen people like Boston Rob was good at this with like Phillip and other people in different times that he's played, like, hey, make sure we're saying this, we're doing this, but never like, hey, you have to talk like this, your mannerisms have to be like this. I've really never seen anything like it before. Banu asks for help from Kenzie and she's like, I just want to enjoy this win for 5 minutes, and he's like, okay, I'll walk away, and gets up and walks away. Over at the green tribe, Ben tries to keep the vibes high, saying, hey, it was just a reward challenge, because Maria is upset about the performance from the challenge. We get to see a little backstory from Maria about how she was pushed so hard as a kid from her parents because they immigrated here from Lebanon and they just wanted to push all of them to be the best that they could be. She said she's working through on letting go of shame of maybe, falling short into certain things and, working to get through that. So I believe that this will just be a lesson for her to take forward. You take a little step back, you can take 2 steps forward and learn from it. Back on the Beware advantage hunt is the green tribe. Charlie was upset because Maria told everyone about it, and 2, that they can't find it. So he still suspects that someone found it already and re-hid the clue for it. Mariah tells Jem that she thinks Tim planted it there. Then Jem goes and tells Maria about the idea as well. Seems like they're all buying the idea right now that maybe Tim has it. I know earlier in the game it seemed like Tim was possibly on the outsides of this tribe. We jump over to the purple tribe. Kenzie apologizes to Banu for snapping, and he just says, I need to work on his own game, he says. Over at the orange tribe, Soda says there's a solid 3 between her, Tevin, and Hunter, with Venus and Liz on the outside. Although Tevin says Soda's a social butterfly like he is, and he thinks that she might be playing the game a little bit too hard right now. And he says that he might be shifting his target over to Soda. Talks with Hunter about getting Soda out, and he agrees because actually Hunter wants to be Tevin's #1 and wants to get Soda out, so it's really only him and Tevin as his number one, and as a duo there. They talk to Liz about it, and she's down too, if they do lose and have to go to tribal council. Over at the Green Tribe, they get tree mail, and they think the challenge today has something to do with jumping off a platform. Mariah expressed concern over jumping and not being able to jump well, so they practice how to jump. And at least she said she felt more confident. I appreciate that. A tribe that, you dissect what the tree mail is, and you go in and you be honest about, hey, I might not be good at this. Like, let's all work together and practice. I think it makes for good tribe morale. And I think at this point in the game, that's good. And I think really throughout the game, you don't want a toxic tribe. You don't want a toxic beach or people, obviously people are going to talk about you behind your back, but you don't want, such a toxic, tribe, no one helping each other. You want everyone helping each other, but at the end of the day, you want to win and you want to, be the best that you can be, obviously. So we go to the immunity challenge, and let me say, Hunter was shredding through that course. He got through the first handful of parts through his run. He had to run up, jump in the water, release some buoys, get to the platform, and he was flying through that. With the Purple Tribe, though, Banu ended up skipping a part of the course, had to go back and run it again. It just seems like nothing can go right for Banu personally and the Purple Tribe overall. Hunter goes 3 for 3 shooting the balls. They had to shoot him into little baskets in the water, and he goes 3 for 3. Pretty impressive. Banu struggling to get the buoys in the water as Q is shooting them, so Tiff switches out with him. Green ends up getting it right before Purple, so Purple is sending another person home at Tribal Council. They get back to camp, and Tiff, Q, and Kenzie go and talk, and it's a very easy decision. It seems like the writing is on the wall. It's Banu going home. No, let's try to get Kenzie. Let's try to do... It's Banu's going home. It seems like the writing is on the wall. He eavesdrops on them and hears them talking about it. He tries to go look for an idol, but he can't find it. Kenzie comes up and finds him upset, and she comforts him and, talks to him a little bit, and he asks her to help him find an idol. Then we cut over to, he does the same thing and kind of begs Tiff to help him out, but he kind of gets on his knees and is begging to Tiff and is like, hey, I'm not talking to you if you're on your knees. Like, just get up and I'll talk to you. And then I give it to Tiff as well. She just keeps it, 100 with him and says, I'm going to keep it honest with you. I'm writing your name down tonight. And then he asks why, and he says, I just feel like I can't trust you. And then he says afterwards in a confessional that his game is basically ruined because he was truthful once, talking about on the journey when he opened up to everyone. And it's like, I think it's a lot more reasons than that they believe they can't trust him. And like I've said this before this season, and Banu is a great guy. He's a great guy, but just the flaws that we see in his game could possibly be detrimental to the tribe. So I think that's why he's the right vote for them at this point in the game tonight. At Tribal, Banu shares an emotional story about coming from poverty in India and making a life for himself and being abandoned by his father when he was 3 months old, I believe he said. And we see why he played the honest game he played, and it makes a lot more sense why he was the way he was in the game. It's just unfortunate that in this game, honesty most of the time can be your biggest downfall. So Banu ends up going home, and that'll do it for this week. It looks like still no tribe swap next week, so we'll be back next week to talk about it. But thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.